Hey guys, it's Sunday, November 27th, and you are watching Subtrendy, the go-to show for the latest and greatest in geek news. My name is Jessica, and today we have Thomas on the show, and we're going to get right into some awesome sci-fi movie news. You like sci-fi,
yeah,
you like movies,
totally.
And you like news.
I like all three of those things.
So it's going to be a good day. First thing we're going to talk about is Alien. One of Andrew's favorite series. You like it too, right? You like Alien movies?
I have honestly seen only the second one.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
I did not know that. That needs to be fixed.
There goes my cred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so Alien Covenant is the next movie. It's coming out here sooner rather than later. In fact, even sooner than we thought. The date has actually been pushed up 3 months. So instead of looking at a, what would have been, like August release date, it's going to be May 19th. That's when the next installment in the franchise is coming out. A lot of people were pretty irked about Prometheus, considering they thought that Prometheus would have more of a tie to the Alien movies that they kind of know and love, and it didn't as much. It was advertised, so. Yeah. Like, to be fair, you're right. Yeah. But this movie is supposed to be a lot more Alien, the Alien that we know and love, and I'm excited for it. What do you think?
Not the Alien we know and love, apparently. Andrew's.
Oh.
It's a neomorph.
Oh, it's a
neomorph.
It's the one. First of all, I don't get too preachy here because we've talked about stuff like this before. But
yeah.
It's so cool that they set a realistic goal for themselves, made it, exceeded it, and were able to push up their date.
I know.
Everyone should do that. Everyone. Just everyone.
I know, like, how often do we get to... I think this is the first time we've ever been on the show talking about a release date moving forward.
Yeah,
usually
we've talked about so many being pushed back.
Oh, yeah. That's like every week. I feel like there's
Andrew's
something.
got his What's Up With coming up with Final Fantasy 15 or whatever, and I mean, that thing...
10 years.
The whole episode that Andrew has is about just kind of disaster of the production of that game. So
I'm glad that you said that, because like development hell is such a real thing, you know, and like so it's really cool that they've been able to push it forward, and I'm excited to see it next summer. That's gonna definitely be one that we review.
Definitely.
So moving on, we have some other movie news that we want to talk about, but this still sci-fi, a little bit different though, less horror, more fantasy. Dune.
Kind of a space opera.
Yeah. I think space opera is a really good way of categorizing that.
That's about all I know about Dune too. Sorry, I'm really destroying my cred here.
No, that's fine.
I know that it's really popular, and one of my friends read it one time, and it's about space worms or something. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's some worms in there.
Okay.
No, it's interesting because a lot of people say that Star Wars is interesting because it's like a fantasy, but with a sci-fi shell. And Dune is kind of the opposite. It's like a fantasy with, or wait, what was I trying to say?
Sci-fi with a fantasy
yes, that's
shell.
what I was trying to say. Is it's really a sci-fi with a fantasy shell.
I gotcha.
This is what happens when you record late in the afternoon and the brain cells are flying away. But anyway, so that's what I was going to say with that. Because it has more, it's a little bit more in depth, there's a lot of lore to it. And when you read it, it's like, you have to, I kind of like that it assumes that the reader just knows about this world, even though it's completely like a new world. But at the same time, it's a little bit overwhelming. But it's cool. So the last time that we saw a movie about Dune was Dune, yes. It sounded like I said Doom. Definitely not Doom. That's not right. But Dune was the David Lynch movie from the 80s.
Yeah, I'm excited because I
Or
don't really
was
know
it the
that
90s,
much.
Andrew? Yeah. We're going to check the date on that. It might have been the 90s. This is how we are today. This is how it is.
Yeah, I don't really know that much about Dune, so I'm excited that they're making a movie that I'll be able to go see in theaters and learn about it.
Definitely. And Legendary Pictures is the one picking that up, if I haven't said before. There's nobody actually like announced on the project yet, so stay tuned for those details, but pretty stoked about it.
It's probably going to be Miles Teller.
Oh, God. I hope not.
And Ryan Reynolds.
Do we have a date on that, Andrew?
We don't sound internet in this room.
Oh.
It's going great.
You know what? Date right here in post-production for you guys. Whoa, look at that. I was wrong or right.
Let
Who
us know in
knows?
the comments if we forgot to do that.
This is today. All right, so let's move on to our next topics. Okay, and for our next topic, we are leaving space and entering some ancient ruins as we talk about Tomb Raider. So Tomb Raider, as you guys know, classic game series that's going to have a movie coming out about it. And not the 2001 Angelina Jolie movie that already happened, 15 years ago, which is kind of insane because I remember that coming out. But no, there's a new one coming out in 2018 starring Alicia Vikander, who I'm pretty excited to see her, pick up the crop top. I don't know.
Cowl.
The cowl. So she's going to be playing Lara Croft, and they kind of gave some more information on what the plot is going to be about. It's going to be an origin story, because people were wondering, because origin stories, make sense because you want to hear the origin, but at the same time, Tomb Raider.
You can have to. It's like, why is she raiding these tombs?
Yeah.
That's defiling grave. You gotta get some backstory to know why she's doing this to make her a more sympathetic character. Otherwise, you're just a grave robber.
Yeah, that's true. So there's the pro origin story side, and I'm pro origin story too. I don't really have a problem with it. I know some people are like, oh god, again, why? And it's like, she hasn't been done. At least it's not Batman. At least we don't have to watch another Batman's parents getting gunned down scene. So, but anyway, so they revealed. I know, right?
Okay, I didn't know that Batman's parents died. So spoiler.
Oh
alert.
yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry, Thomas. Didn't mean to ruin that for you. I know it's been 70 years, but still fresh. But with Tomb Raider, the story is actually going to be, speaking about dead parents, it's going to kind of focus on her finding her father. Maybe he's alive, maybe he's dead, maybe he's half dead, half alive. However you want to look at it. Glass is half full, half empty. I don't know.
Maybe he's a virus.
Maybe. I don't. What does that mean?
I don't, viruses aren't really life. I don't know. They're not like organisms.
Nerd.
Yeah. Okay. No, okay.
Anyway, so
I was gonna say, that's really cool. Check out Andrew's review. And
nice plug. That was smooth, Thomas.
No, thank you.
Viruses, plug.
Moving on from my awkwardness. So that's kind of in the review. You see that being kind of to some degree in the games as well.
Yeah.
Just kind of the origin story, finding out about her parents. So I'm kind of wondering how closely this movie series is going to relate to the new kind of rebooted game series.
Yeah, and I think I'm curious about that too, because that is, her dad is such a big part in the game series. So I'm curious where they're going to go with that, if they're going to have, because her dad in the game series is presumed dead. I think he's dead.
Talk about
and he's generally dead, in every Tomb Raider game. He was an archaeologist. That's kind of where she got her love of ancient things, and in culture and exploring. And yeah, he's always dead. So it'd be kind of interesting. Is her dad going to be alive in this series?
Martha Croft.
Either way, I think that it's a really good jumping off point.
Yeah.
And hopefully we don't have to. What's her dad's name? I think her dad's name is John. I think it's John Croft or something like that. James. It's James. Is her dad's name. So hopefully you don't have a James moment, where she takes on another girl in a crop top. And
I'd be all right for that.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to move on now. I hope you guys enjoyed that topic. And now it is time for one last forced segue in this very strange episode of Subtrending. That's the name of this show. Right. Okay, so one last segue. So speaking of Lara Croft, who goes off and solves mysteries and is kind of like a detective, maybe, right?
You weren't wrong about the forced segue, were you?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't wrong. This is going to be so forced. This is going to be painful for you guys to watch. Anyway, we're going to talk about Sherlock. So we just had some images from Sherlock season 4 come out. Thomas? And John Watson and his leading lady in the show, Mary, have a baby. And in the image, we have Sherlock kind of looking at the baby like, oh shit, you're a child. And that pretty much sums up what the image looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that was it. It's an okay storyline. I don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the baby becomes a rival detective to Sherlock, and that's the direction of the show. That'd be amazing.
Detective baby legs.
Detective baby legs.
Baby legs and normal legs.
There you go.
No, but I don't know. That's cool. I guess that's fine. But fans of the show will probably hoping for something else.
Yeah.
The last episode kind of ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger, and we're probably wondering, what the hell happened and how did it happen? In this, the baby thing doesn't really answer either of those questions. So it's a little frustrating.
It could. Who knows? Maybe the answer is baby.
I don't think so. Unless it really is a really, yeah.
I mean, when
good
Stephen
detective.
Moffat's writing, you never know what's going to happen. Because
true.
I don't think he does either.
It's the Doctor.
It's the Doctor. Oh, there you go. Doctor Who Sherlock crossover that people always want. Maybe throw Supernatural in there for you guys, too. I know that's a thing, right? Super Wholock. It's like the trifecta of Tumblr.
I'll take your word for it.
Yep. Thank you so much to Andrew's mother, Beth, who is a wonderful lady, my future mother-in-law. That's just
Mine
pretty
too.
exciting. Yeah. It's going to be a great wedding. I'm so happy for you to be my sister wife.
I'm a little bit worried. But, you know.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, you can just we'll divvy up the chores responsibly, and it'll be a good time. Anyway, thank you so much, Beth, from both of your future daughter-in-laws. We love you so much. Your donation is very, very appreciated. It goes towards all of our equipment here and making our shows better for you guys. We have an awesome episode of What's Up With featuring Final Fantasy 15 and kind of a behind-the-scenes look at that coming out on Wednesday. And we also have, I was going to do a drum roll, but that's really loud on the mic, but the boardroom coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
What can we expect
Finishing
on the
up
boardroom?
Legendary.
Legendary.
Marvel Legendary.
Perfect. Sounds good. So we'll see you guys then. Have a good night.